Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
So, this is 15th century manuscript. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black, Even today, you don't find such paintings in churches, always, even the Virgin, amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black, even today, you don't find such paintings in churches, always, a bright color, not black color. So it has to be studied very well, this type of documents. Look, even the evangelist, this is Matthew,
All right, so just seen the video showing what color was the saints. The saints meaning the people of Israel, the original descendants of the nation of Israel. What the skin color, and this guy, he just had a Bible from the 15th century, and showing that the pictures of the saints, they were that the people were indeed black. Okay, they were dark skinned people. Okay, and I want to bring out some more scriptures proving that. Okay, but first I want to bring out Psalms chapter 83, and I'm going to start at verse 2. Slakia. I'm going to start at verse 3. At 1. Slakia. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So this is talking about the enemies of the nation of Israel. Okay, continuing on at verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay, so we see an example of what they did. Not an example, but we see the original depiction of the descendants of the nation of Israel. Okay, the stuff that you see now, the religions, the religious, the depictions of the Messiah and the saints, the pictures that you see today aren't the true depictions. Okay, you might see the Messiah, which his name is Yahushai, in painted as a so-called white person, and that is not the true depiction of the Messiah. Okay, and that's just one example. Okay, but these nations, these other nations, have changed changed the pictures of the saints, so because what they ultimately wanted to do, they wanted to do away with the nation of Israel. They wanted everybody to forget about the nation of Israel, and the scriptures talk about that. Let's read at verse 4. They have said, let me read at verse 3 again. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Okay, that I'll continue on. That the nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So they wanted to cut. They wanted everyone to forget about the nation of Israel. you know. And this started really beginning around the time of the Renaissance era, which when you go into that word, it means a rebirth, okay? Because at one point in time, the Caucasian race was they weren't ruling. It wasn't always they didn't always rule the world like they're doing today. And during the Renaissance was the time where they came back into power, where they came into power, and what they did during that period, what they began to do during that period was take the pictures of the saints and paint over them. Okay, they were painting over the original paintings of the saints. Okay, they were painting over the skin color of the paintings of the individuals in those paintings. So to try to have the rest of the world forget about who the real Israelites were. Okay. Verse 5, they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay, so when you read on, it's talking about they. It says they. Who are they? It's talking about the nation of Esau. The nation of Esau of Edom, which Esau is the forefather of the nation of Edom, is and these other nations. Okay, when you read on, it goes into the list of the other nations that partook in this blasphemous crime. Okay, and but the nation of Edom was at the forefront of this wicked act. Okay. And when you look at the paintings today, who are the ones that are calling that are what skin color does the saints look like today? When you look at when you look it up on Google, like if you was to type in the Messiah on Google, what color would he look like? He would look like a so-called white man, because those are the same people, the nation of Edom, that were at the forefront of that crafty counsel, of that wickedness. Okay, they were at the forefront, and these other nations followed behind them. Okay, they were with it. And that's why they all got to be judged. Okay. That's just one example. That's just one of the reasons why they have to be judged. It's a whole list of tabs that they have to pay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play that video again. Slaki. And for those of you who don't believe, I got another precept right here. Okay, but this right here is actually talking about the depiction of the Messiah. Okay, this is Revelation, the first chapter. Slakia, bear with you for a second. Baba Kasha. And we are going to scroll down to the 14th verse. Okay, so we're going to find out what color was the Messiah. Okay, to further prove what color was the saints, or what color are the saints, rather. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Okay, so his hair is being compared as wool. Okay, because like when you look at so-called African Americans' hair, his hair was the hair is like wool. Okay, which if Yahweh Shai was walking on the earth today, if the Messiah was walking on the earth today, his he would be called as a so-called African American. Okay, he would be labeled as a so-called African American, which we know biblically. His he's from the tribe of Judah. Okay, and then when we go back to Jeremiah the 14th chapter, what does it say? That that Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground. Okay, meaning they are dark-skinned people. And okay, continuing on, and the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. Okay, so let's get back to Revelation. Okay, verse 15, and his feet like unto the fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Okay, as if they burned in the furnace. If you burn anything, if you burn anything, it's gonna turn what? It's gonna turn very dark. Continuing on, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Okay, so that's just the point. These heathens are gonna have to answer to this wicked act that they have committed. All right, and that day is soon approaching. The Lord has already begun flipping the curses on them, according to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. But the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, is going to come back soon, and he's going to renew everything, and he's going to put these heathens in their rightful place and judge them. Okay, and with that, this is the brother Bashar. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, the true elders of Israel who were well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this truth and sincerity. And to you, women and children, keep on enduring, because these prophecies are coming to pass and salvation is near. And I'm going to play that video again one more time for you brothers and sisters. And also to you brothers and sisters, keep on enduring, because these prophecies are coming to pass and again, salvation is near.
So, this is 15th century manuscript. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black. Today, even today, you don't find such paintings in churches, always, a bright color, not black color. So, it has to be studied very well, this type of documents. Look, even the evangelist, this is Matthew,